Hello, dear students. Hope you are doing well. Today, we are going to learn an important topic in Python, and that's loops. So, what are loops? Loops are used in Python if you want to execute a block of code multiple times. Now, Python supports two types of loops. One is the for loop and another one is the while loop. Now first of all, let us discuss about while loop. So here you can see the syntax: x is equal to 0. This is the initialization, and here this is the condition checking, and here it's increment or decrement. And this program will run, this loop will run here unless the condition is true. When the condition evaluates to false, the loop will stop. Now let us go to our VS Code and we will do the practical here. I will write here loops.py. I will create a file here, loops.py. I will give you an example to understand the loops very well. I will write print welcome, and when I run my program, what will it print? It will print welcome. Now suppose you want the welcome to be printed 5 times. So in your mind, what will be the solution? You will say, sir, we will copy this, and then what we will do, we will paste this how many times? 5 times, and execute this program. I will run this program, it will be printed 5 times. Now if I tell you to run this program and run this print command 100 times, will you copy and paste this print welcome 100 times? It will be very much difficult. So in order to avoid these things, we have the concept of loops. Almost in every programming language we have the concept of loops. Now we will discuss about for loop. I will remove this. Sorry, I have to discuss about while loops. Now first of all, you should remember in a loop we have 3 things. One is initialization. One is initialization. And second one, what we have, initialization of a variable. So I will write here I is equal to 0. This is the initialization of a variable. Then what we will use, we use the keyword while, and here we write the condition, up to what condition the loop should be executed. I will say while I is less than 5. So this is step number 2. This is the condition, and then the code that you want to execute, you have to put it under the while body. Where is the body of while? It's not here. If I write here print welcome, it will firstly throw an error. Why? Because this is not under the body of while. For that you will press the tab key and it will come under while loop. Then we have another thing here, that is the increment or decrement. In this case we have increment. I will comment this first, increment or decrement. Now what I mean by that, firstly, when you have to create a loop, you have to first initialize it with some variable. Here I have initialized it with I. Then I will check a condition. up to what condition the loop should be executed. Because if I don't write the condition here, then what will happen, this loop will uh, become an infinite loop. It will not stop, it will execute, it will start executing. So there must be a condition up to which condition you want to run this loop. And then I want, there is another thing, that is increment or decrement. Here I am incrementing this value. Now when I run this program, you can see how many times welcome is printed here. It's printed 5 times. So I hope you understand it. Now if I instead of welcome, if I write here print the value of I, when I run this program, you can check it comes 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I will show you the flow. Firstly, when you initialize I equal to 0, it comes here, it checks is 0 less than 5, yes, then print I. What is the value of I? That is 0. Then do the increment. What will increment do? It will add the value in I. What is the value in I? It's 0. 0 plus 1, what will be the new value? It will be 1. This will go into I, and then it will move back here. It will check again the condition here. What is the value in I now? It's 1. Is 1 less than 5? Yes, it will now print 1. And then again up to when it will reach the condition 4, it will check here, is 4 less than 5? Yes, then print 4. What is the value in I? It's 4. 4 plus 1, it becomes now 5. Is 5 less than 5? No. The condition evaluates to false and it gets out of the loop. Now let me show you this. Whatever we have written in the body of while, that will be executed 5 times. Now if I write here out of the loop, even though I have written this statement where it's written outside the body of while loop, this is known as body of this. So what will be the answer now? This print statement will be executed only once. Now here you can write multiple statements. Welcome. Now I will run this. You can see 0 welcome, 1 welcome, 2 welcome, 3 welcome, 4 welcome. So this was about the while loop and how it works. Now let me print first. I will write a program. Here I have written a set of programs that we have to use. First program is our, that is write a program to print multiplication table of a given number using while loop. So using while loop we will print the multiplication of a table. What do I mean by that? You will enter a number and the loop you will get the table of that number. I will show you how it will work and how we will do this program. This will be our program number 1. What I will do here, I will say num is equal to input, enter the number. I will use a variable I here. This is the I is the variable that I am going to use in my loop. I is equal to 0. I will say while I is less than or equal to 10. Since I want the table to start from 1, so I will write here I is equal to 1. Now I will say print. I will use f string here. I will say what is the number? It's num cross I is equal to num into I. Now here I will write, this is the case of increment. I is equal to I plus 1. So when I will run this program, you can check, enter the number. If I enter here 5, you can see I am getting the table of 5. Similarly, if I write here 9, I will get the table of 9. How this works? It firstly takes an input the number, then it initializes the variable I with the value of 1, then it checks is 1 less than 10, yes, then it will print num. What is the value in num? It's 9. 9 into I, what is the value in I? It's 1 initially. So here it will calculate the value 9 into 9 into I. Now see here what I am getting here, it's 9 into 5. It should come here 45. Why it came here 9? This is because I have done a mistake here. I have to write I here. I will run this, enter the value, I will write 6. So why is this giving me this answer? Num into I. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are I is equal to I plus 1. Enter the value, I will say 2. Why is this giving me the wrong answer? Num into I, let's say 9. Why is this printing like this? What is the, okay, I got the point. Why this is giving me wrong input? What is the reason? Because the input here, what it should be? It should be int, but I have written here. Now sometimes these mistakes should be done, because only when you do the mistakes, then only you will learn. That is the main point here. I will write 9 because it was considering this as string. That's why I was getting this. Now you can see I am getting the correct table. Now coming back here, when the value of I is 1, is I less than 10? Yes. Then it will print 9 into 1. Similarly, it will then increment this. The value of I will be 2. 2 is less than 10. It will continue up to it will reach 10. When it is 10, 10 is less than 10. No, it's equal to 10. Yes, it will print 9 into 10. 9 into 10. The answer will be 90. And then after that, what we will the value of I be? It will be 11. Is 11 less than 10? The condition evaluates false and it will go out of the loop. So this was about how to print a table. Now instead of this I is equal to I plus 1, you have if you remember in the assignment operators, I told you that we can write it also like this, I plus is equal to 1. Now if I run this and I enter here 8, the answer comes the same. Why? Because these two statements, they are the same. Now I will comment out this. I will show you the I will firstly print program. Let me name this as program 2. I will do, I will print series of even numbers up to 50. So here I will write I is equal to 1. Now I will start from 2. I is equal to 2. What it will do here, I will use the while loop. While I is less than or equal to 50. What it will check, here we will use the if statement. It will check if I mod of 2 is equal to 0. Then what will you do? Print I, and here we will move out of the if block. We will do the increment. I plus is equal to 1. Now when I run this program, you can see here I am getting which numbers? I am getting only even numbers. Now suppose I want to print odd numbers. I is equal to 3. Now here I will write I mod of 2 is not equal to 0, because the numbers that are odd, obviously they are not divisible by 2, so their remainder will not be equal to 0. Now here when I run this program, you can check I am getting only odd numbers. Now I will show you the use of break statement and continue statement. The use of break statement and continue statement in our program. That will be our program number 3. I will say this will be our program 3. What I will do here in this program, I want to print numbers, let us say from 1 to 10. I will say I is equal to 1 while I is less than or equal to 10. What you will do? Print, I will say I, and here I will do the increment. I plus is equal to 1. Now when I run this program, you can see I am getting the input 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Now suppose if I want when it should print up to 5 numbers, or I want to say when the value of I comes to 5, then it should get out of the loop. How we can achieve this? Let me show you. I will say if the value of I is equal to 5, I will tell him to go out of the loop. I will write here print value of I is 5, and then I will use here which statement? I will use here break statement. What it will do, in normal conditions the loop will continue unless the condition of unless the value of I evaluates to goes to 10. That means this loop will run up to 10 times. But if you want the loop to run, for example you want to run it until a certain condition is achieved, then we can use the break statement. You can see here when I run this program, you can see 1 2 3 4 5. When it reaches the statement I, what is the value of I? 5 is equal to 5. Value of I is 5. It gets printed here. Then after break, what does the break do? It moves you out of the loop. So this was about the use of break statement. Similarly, I will use here the continue statement. I will use here continue statement. What is the continue statement? I will tell you. Now suppose you want all the values to be printed. You want all the values to be printed, but except the value of 5. Except the value of 5. So what I will do here, I will copy this, will paste it here. Now see, when I run this program, you can see 2 is printed, 3 is printed, 4 is printed, but 5 is not printed. Why the 5 is not printed? It started from, let me show you once again. I is equal to, I have done one thing wrong here. I had to write this here. Now I will run this program. You can see 1 is printed, 2 is printed, 3 is printed, 4 is printed, but 5 is not printed. What it does, it here checks the condition. Is the value of I equal to 5? Yes, it is. Then what will you do? You will do the increment and continue. Continue what will do? The statements after it won't be executed, and it will come once again to where? It will come to this conditional expression here. So the value of 5 is not printed. So the use of continuous statement is used in those cases when you want that in a certain condition, when a certain condition is achieved in your program, you don't want the statements after it to be executed, then you can use the continuous statement. How it differs now from break statement? If I had written break here, then it will have gone completely out of the loop, but in continue it remains inside the loop. But when the continue statement, it encounters this continue statement, it goes back. It doesn't uh, execute the statement after it. So this was about the continue statement. Now moving back to our another program, we will do, let me first do this. Write a program to calculate the factorial of a given number. Here I have written using for loop, but we will do it using while loop. Let me do this, or we will do in a sequence. I think we should do in a sequence. Write a program to greet all the person names stored in a list and which ends with if. Let us suppose we have a list. This is our program. I will say this program 4. Let us suppose we have a list, and the list contains the names. I will say Adil, I will say Amir, I will say Sahil, I will say right here Asif, and I will write here Arif. Now I want to greet in these those names only whose name ends with if. Here I have two names that end with if, that is Asif and Arif. Similarly, if I want those names to be printed from the list whose name ends with IL and IL, then I have two names here. You can check, it's Adil and Sahil. Now let us first calculate the length of this. I will say, I will declare a variable length is equal to len of lists. So here I will use I is equal to 0. Here I will use the loop while I is less than, I will say length. What you will do, you don't have to print all the values, you have to print only those values that end with IL or IF. Let us say here in this case I want to print only those names that ends with IF. Lists dot, I will use here lists, and here I will say I, that is the index. Adil is at index 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I will write here dot ends with I will say if. What you will do, I will say, I will write condition if list I dot ends with if, then what you will do, you will print the name of that only. Lists of I. Now I will do here increment I plus is equal to 1. Now when I run this program, you can see I am getting Asif and Arif only. Why? Because they end with if. Now I have to greet them. I will say, now I will greet them, but this time I want those names to be printed that end with il. So I will use f string here. I will say welcome, and here I will enclose this in curly braces. So this is our, why is this throwing us an error? Where is this if? F string is like this. Sorry, I forgot to print double quotes here. I had to write the double quotes here. Now you can see here it says welcome Adil, welcome Sahil. Now I will make a little bit of space here. So this was our program number 4 here. Now write a program to find whether a given number is prime or not. So how we will do this? Whether a number, what is a prime number? A prime number is a number that is divisible by 1 and the number itself. Just like we have numbers 2 is divisible by 2 only and 1. Similarly, I have 7. What is 7? 7 is a prime number because it's divisible by only by itself and by 1. So we will write our program that will check whether a number entered by a user is prime or not. So this will be our program number 5. Program number 5. So first of all, we will take a number from the user. Number is equal to input, enter the number. Now I won't repeat the mistake once again. This is int and I will take this number. Now what I will do here, I will start from I is equal to, let us say 2. I will write here condition while I is less than number. While I is less than number, I will say if if the number mod of I is equal to 0, I will also make a boolean variable here. I will name this as prime. I will firstly keep this as true. Now if the number is divisible by any number, then it is what it is. It is not a prime number. So I will keep prime is equal to false, and I will get out of this loop using the break statement. Now when I here I will have to do the increment. I will write I plus is equal to 1. Now I will check the condition. If prime because it's a boolean value. When I write here if prime, then it checks if prime means if the value of prime is true, then print number is prime. Else, what is the case? Print number is not prime. So when I run this program, if I write here, let us suppose 3 number is prime. Now if I write here 6 number is not prime. If I write here 11 number is prime. If I write here 99 number is not prime. How it checks? It firstly takes the number as input, then here I is initialized to 2, and I have set a boolean variable here prime, that whose value I have set to true. Here it checks what is the value of I. 2 is less than num. Yes, the value, let us suppose the number entered by me is 6. Now num, if num, what is the value in num? It's 6 mod of I. What is the value in I? It's 2. 6 mod of 2, the remainder comes to 0. That means it is divisible. Prime is equal to, set the value of prime flag to false, then break, get out of this loop. Check if prime, is the value of prime true? No, the value of prime is false. Now number is not prime. So this was our program that was checking whether a number is prime or not. Similarly, let us do this program. This is an assignment for you people. Write a program to find the sum of first n natural numbers using while loop. This I will give you people as an assignment. Another program here is write a program to calculate the factorial of a given number. Here I have written using for loop, but we will do it here using while loop. I will also show you these programs. I will do all these programs using for loop also. So let us suppose, what you have to do, what is a factorial? Factorial is, for example, if I enter a number 5, that will, what it should give me? It should give me 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. It should give me the their multiplication will be the factorial of that number. For example, what is the factorial of 3? It's 3 into 2 into 1, it's 6. Similarly, now this is our program number 6. Program 6. So we will write a program now that will calculate the factorial of a number. I will firstly take a number as input from the user. Enter the number, and I have to typecast it into integer. So I will write it like this. Then here I will declare a variable fact is equal to 1. Then this is the initialization. Then here I will write while num is greater than 0. What will you do? Fact is equal to fact into num, and then you will write here num minus is equal to 1. So this was about the loop. Then I will print factorial of number is equal to, I will say fact. Now I will run this program. After running this program, enter the number. Suppose I entered 5. What I got? The answer is 120. Now I will show you how it works. First of all, it takes the number. Let us suppose I have given it, the number I have given is 5. I have declared a variable here and I have initialized it with 1, with the value of 1. Then here, what is the value that I have given? 5. Is 5 greater than 0? Yes. Then what it will do? It will do multiplication. What is the value in fact? It's 1. 1 into num. What is the value in num? It's 5. That means 5 into 1. Now what is stored in this fact? It is stored 5. Now here I will do the decrement of num. What was the value of num? It was 5. Now its value will be decremented to 4. Again it will come here in the num. What is the value in num now? It's 4. Is 4 greater than 0? Yes. Now here what is the value in fact? It's 5. 5 into 4, it's 20. Now it's 20 stored in fact. Then it will be again decremented. What will be the value in it? It will be now 3. So here 3 is greater than 0. Yes. What is the value in fact? 5 into 4, it was 20. 20 into, now the value in num is 3. It's now 60. Then after, the value of num will get decremented again. What will it be now? It will be 2 now. Now here in fact we have 60. 60 into 2, it's 120. It will be again decremented. What will be the value in num now? It will be 1. 120 into 1, it will be 120, and again it will be decremented. It will come to 0. So once it comes to 0, then is 0 greater than 0? No. The factorial of number comes out to be 120. I will run this program once again. If I write here, let us suppose I will write 7. The factorial of number comes 5040. So this was all about the programs. Now the rest of the programs we will do using the for loop. So I hope you understood this practical very well. Thank you.